Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and we are holding and breaking very important supports right now for BTC and ETH, and we're going to look at a few very bearish price targets, because since we're dropping down already so much, we might as well look at how low can we go, and just gonna swing out a few targets at what I am looking at right now. Before we go on to dive in, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on also don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also in the description you find a handful of links, some of them are affiliate links, others are linked to my Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to follow me there. I try to upload or post a few tweets a day. Alright, cool, let's dive in. We are first off going to start off here with Luna. This is no surprise, this project is now trading, what is it, around a cent or something. It's absolutely garbage. It's down, it's over, it's not going to get back up. This project is over. If you put your money in there, I'm very sorry you lost it, but it's also a little bit your own fault. Not that it would go down, but if you put a lot of money in there, then then of course you're getting burned much faster. Because some of these alts, they just do this. This is not a coincidence. There are multiple charts that look like this. And of course everything has to do with the UST pair, and it was not completely backed, and then the pack, so that's the one-on-one, was then not one-on-one anymore, but I think it went down as like 1 to 0.2 or something. Anyways, a lot of people lost millions and millions and millions, and since this has been sold off now so much, like I said, this will not recover. It's absolutely the end. One thing that if this is dumping, I'm then very get annoyed by, is something that I see on social media, is that some dudes are then buying here in around $1 or something. Oh my god, I caught the bottom, now we're going higher, and look at me, and posting this crap on social media, and then we're just dumping down, and this thing is absolutely going to zero. Matter of fact, if you would have bought in on the pump when some people were posting this, then you had lost now of more than 99% on your investment. Matter of fact, I pulled one up. This is one of those wankers. You can see, oh, it just made 500% profit in 20 minutes. Yeah, that was exactly here in that pump up. Then later on saying, what is this? $6, I'm up 900%. Luna is my new favorite coin. And all that kind of good stuff. Well, he's free, of course, to tweet wherever he wants. This is where I have a problem with. He has more than 345,000 followers. You know, if you post this kinds of stuff, people will follow you, they look up to you, they trust you, they listen to what you're saying. And if then you're saying, oh my god, look at all my profits, then people are maybe unintentionally thinking, oh my god, I'm missing out, I need to get in right now before this thing is going to recover and I'm going to make life-changing gains. No idea what's going on in the market, no idea what's going on with this project, and then this thing dumps. And I know 100% sure, based on these kinds of tweets and putting this kind of crap out, that people lost millions again, of one kid with a laptop and a bit of BTC to his name. So yeah, just be very, very careful, people, at what you're looking at. I have nothing personally against this guy, but I find that putting out these kinds of messages with this kinds of following is just very, very dangerous, and I just want to put that out again. So be careful who you listen to and what you're watching at. Alright, cool. I said in yesterday's emergency video that we need to hold a very important level for BTC, and that is this 29,000. And we'll look at that. The daily closed exactly at 29,000. Now, why is that important? If we are zooming into times in the past, then we had this cluster here of low trading ranges, but the lowest candle here was at 29,000. That was the lowest point of that cluster. Then we had one here. What was the lowest point? 29,000. This candle right here. So far we are holding it. And I said, well, maybe there's a scenario where we are range bounding for a few weeks, retesting some of those levels, then going higher. After a drop, range bouncing for a few weeks, testing those levels, going higher. So it would actually be nice if we see the same kind of thing here for the third time, maybe range bounding for a little bit, retesting, and then going higher. To be honest, after yesterday's drop, so today's candle already, we went below, and we went as low as $26,000. The way this is setting up, and since everything is going so fast, I'm afraid we are going to start closing daily candles underneath the 29,000, and then I think it's a fast swoop down to the low 20s, because actually now we really need a reverse and some pumping back up to make sure that we maybe clear this level a little bit. But there's just so much negativity in the market. I would not be surprised if we're suddenly getting a wick down again, like I said, closing to the daily, because we already went here during the day. I said actually also in yesterday's video, maybe an hourly or 4 hourly underneath wouldn't be bad, but yeah, like I said, the way it's setting up, I don't know. Okay, few price targets that we can look at. Well, first thing you could say, well, we have this gigantic bear flag where we're going down, range bounding a little bit, and then breaking lower. The target for this bear flag, if I take the top to the bottom and then just take a measured move, would be approximately 16,000. That is one target. The other target would be approximately 20,000. The top from 2017, we already talked about that multiple times. That is exactly here, as you can see. And why is that this time significant? Is because crypto sometimes charts have a special way, like a boomerang, how it sometimes comes back. Because back in the days, so it was in November 2020, we went up, didn't break it, went up again, didn't break it, and then the third time we broke through. But since we broke through, we never retested the 20k level again. We just went higher, higher, higher. So maybe, just maybe, this price needs to come down to retest that top from 2017. Say yes, it's confirmed. It's now a support, and now we can go higher. That actually would be a scenario. Another one would be that the money flow is on the weekly dumping down approximately 56%, like we have seen right here. And since we did that, like I said, the price drop was approximately 56% to the lowest bottom. If we would also use that on the moment that the money flow here went into the red on the weekly, then we would come approximately at 21,500, 22,000. That's approximately the price target. If we would also drop approximately the same as we did here, 56%. So you see that we suddenly have a few price targets in the low 20s for this major dump. To be honest, guys, I would not mind if we go now to 26, 24, 22 or 20k. You know, it's all low, and yes, I understand from 20,000 to 22,000 is a 10% rise, and that is on the 10x leverage 100% gain. I get that for a trade, but since we're already at these low levels, you know, it doesn't really matter anymore. I can give you one guarantee, and that is that a new all-time high for this year is out of the cards. It's not going to happen anymore. When we have these massive drops down, that just destroys so much in the chart that we need a lot of range bowing sideways, and then before you're going higher. New all-time high this year, forget about, it's not going to happen. Even if we would reach the 56k, I would be highly surprised, because this just needs a lot of time to recover from this. You would say, well, Ray, we also dumped down so hard, then we can also pump back up very hard again. Well, not completely true, because the dump down always goes much faster and is much more ferocious than the pump up. You can see here that we need a lot of range bound before we were going higher, and this just went in 2 weeks completely down, and look at how many weeks we needed just to get back to that same level right here. Yeah, the right down is always with an elevator, sometimes what they say, and then the right up is on foot, and that always takes so much more time. So I think yeah, because of this dump, it looks very, very ugly. Like I said, I hope that we're going to do this and then going higher, but I think with my heart and mind that we might be going lower in the next couple days and weeks. Relief rallies will absolutely happen, 10, 20, 30% up, and then going down again. So yeah, it is what it is right now, guys. I'm very sorry. Let's quickly head over then to the indicators that we've seen that the money flow is going down a little bit. Although we have a big drop down, we don't have that really thick money flow going down. RSIs are now pointing up, VWAP is pointing up, and it looks like the momentum wave wants to curl up a little bit again. So let's hope that we maybe have some finally some upwards price action. On the 8 hourly, we're seeing a little bit the same here. You see that the money flow is much thicker in the red. It looks like we want to curve back up, but we already thought that here once, twice, and that didn't happen. So let's hope that now this can go really curve back up to the green. We're seeing here on the momentum wave that we're going higher, RSI going higher, VWAP going higher. So yes, that looks maybe a little bit good. On the 4 hourly then also money flow thick in the red, but we do have this beautiful bullish divergence where you see the price makes a lower low and the momentum wave is making a higher low, so that could signal a maybe a bit of a move up. Also on the DBSI we're seeing that we're gaining momentum from -5 to 0 to 1 to 7, 21, 22, so the bears are gaining strength, and on the bull side we see a 21, 12, 12, 2, -5, -5, so the bears are losing strength right here, so that is then good. I am staying very careful. Like I said, I do not think that the bottom is in. We might do some retesting or might go higher, then go back to 27 or something to make a higher low, but this will not be a walk in the park. So I am taking this by a day. I will be very most likely always all cash at the end of the day for the next couple weeks, maybe even months, because like I said, there's just so much destroyed, there's so much sentiment in the market. The market is not responding rationally anymore, and then you can really have everything can play out. Big pumps, big dumps on the most craziest times in the weekend, in the middle of the night when everything is closed. Everything can happen then at that moment. We have seen here a falling wedge that played out. We broke out, we retested, we're going higher. The target actually will be the top of the wedge, but at the same time, believe it or not, when we are going up now, we are creating a rising wedge, and a rising wedge usually breaks out to the downside, and then the target is also approximately here again at the lows of this wedge. So yeah, we'll have to see if this breaks out going higher, or maybe even fake out and then going lower again. I am just like yesterday, keeping mind of every possible scenario that could play out. Once my trade is in a profit, I'm putting in stop loss right at the entry or in profit to know for sure. At least I'm going home with money, and always make sure that you have a proper risk to reward. Alright, quickly head over to ETH. There we also saw a very beautiful play when it comes down to support and resistance, because there on the daily candle you can see from yesterday that we went higher, we retested it, went lower, and then bounced off exactly to the freaking dollar at the $2,000. That's of course a big psychological number. Then on this daily candle we right away went lower and thought, okay, here we go, and we bounced off also at a perfect support. I cannot believe it, 1720 approximately. Why is that a perfect support? Because look in the past how many times that was support. We had it here once, twice, 3 times, then here a few times, and then here a few times. So although the support was created all the way back into February 2021, it now serves support again more than a year later. It's absolutely beautiful how technical analysis works sometimes. If we are start breaking that, then I'm looking one level down. There's approximately $1,500. And if we're going back up, then of course I'm looking at the first level here. There's approximately $2,200.50. Here also we're seeing that this momentum wave looks so ugly. We're not really seeing a reversal yet. RSI is pointing down. Money flow just a little bit in red. I'm surprised by that, just like with BTC, and the momentum wave looks like it maybe wants to curve over. But if we're zooming out on the 8 hourly, then also here it looks a little bit better, meaning that the VWAP is going down, RSIs are going up, sorry, VWAP is going up, RSI is going up. The money flow here is much thicker down. We don't see a bullish divergence here on the momentum wave, so we need to wait maybe on that. Also here on the 4 hourly, no bullish divergence. This is still actually a continuation, so the indicator is telling us that this is still actually pretty bearish, and we could go lower, although only the money flow, the RSI and VWAP are pointing up, and yes, we have green dots, and yes, there will be something really, but the indicator right now of us is telling, nah, maybe you need to wait here a little bit. We do have a nice bullish divergence here on the hourly, as you can see, but to be honest guys, a lot of these bullish divergences have been popping up. I also played a few yesterday because I thought, well, this we're gonna get a really rally anytime soon, and I got stopped out time after time, so that was just yeah, a little bit painful. and then yeah, you will see the moment that you think, all right, you know what, whatever, just leave it, then you see that the market is pumping up again. This was a little bit the range from yesterday, not really a falling wedges BTC. Well, maybe you could make it a little bit like this. But yeah, and the range that we're making right now, well, you guessed it, it also looks very much like a rising wedge at the moment. Also here, of course, these usually break out to the downside. I stand with what I said yesterday, is that these crypto markets right now, yes, everything with Luna was very horrible, and it reminds me a little bit of what we had with BitConnect, a big event or a small black swan event, and then we're going maybe higher. Yeah, I think the markets are still very much driven by news that is then affecting the traditional stock markets. And those stock markets then also affect crypto. So once the stock markets are going down, we're seeing crypto going down. The Fed says something about interest rates and tapering. That is then the news. Then stock markets are going down, and then crypto is also going down. And that's just kind of a bit of a domino effect. And so far that correlation has been played out one-on-one. Yeah, we'll have to see. I think there's still a lot of room to the downside to go for the traditional stock markets, and therefore then maybe also for crypto. So that's why I'm saying I'm taking this by day and keeping in mind every scenario right now is possible. And I want to say one more time, and also get not tired of saying this, the price always goes higher than you think and lower than you expect. Because approximately a month ago we were at 44, 45k. We said, hey, we left this crazy period behind us, now we're going higher. If I would have told you then a month from now we are going to touch 26,500, would you have believed me? Most likely you didn't. So let that be a lesson that anything with crypto is possible. We go higher than you think, lower than you expect, and just be very, very careful with that, and just also be careful then with your leverage, your stop loss, and your take profit, and all that kind of good stuff. One last thing, then the crypto bubbles. Well, no surprise here, blood in the streets, everything minus 40, 50, 60%. Also on the weekly, big losses, 50, 60%. The daily looks a little bit better, but this earlier when we were on our ass with the wick down, then this was also 30, 40%. And now you're seeing that the alts are recovering quite fast, but like I said, don't jumping in high leverage, because this thing can wick up and down for a while. If you're hodling, then maybe you could buy a little bit, but if this turns out to be a long period of time where we maybe go even lower, then you'll see that the alts will ruthlessly sell off. Alright guys, a little bit of a longer video. I hope you like these kinds of updates, and please show your appreciation by liking, subscribing, clicking the bell, clicking also. If you're missing anything, leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also in the description you find a handful of links to my Instagram and Twitter. For instance, feel free to follow me there, and a few of affiliate links. Maybe I will try to go live again if the technology works, and if not, then we see each other very soon again in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye.